Get set, ladies and gentlemen, as we are getting set to go with the 2013 VRC 10-scale Nitro Sedan World Championships. These drivers have been qualifying all week long, 45 minutes. Off and underway, here we go. 10-scale Nitro Sedan A main. It is going to be your pole setter, Kevin Pignotti, going to be taking the top spot early on. He's got company up behind him, though. Looks like a pretty clean start for everybody in the field here in this one. Working their way around to the front side, Pignotti going to be out front in the blue, yellow, and white. He's got carnage going on behind him on the back straight. Top three drivers going to be all right there together. Rastrick in that number 2 spot. Barnabas Toth in that number 3 spot. Toth trying to close that gap up in there now. Pignotti going to be out front down the back stretch. They go. Second and third right there together. Rastrick going wide. Toth up into the second place spot now. Toth up into second. Rastrick in the orange and white in third. Coming back around to the back side. Pignotti still out front. Our second and third place drivers charging hard behind him right now. Back around to the front side. Top 4 going to be right there together now. Out front, down the long back straightaway they go, sweeping around. Cross the line here for lap number 4. Still a lot of racing left to go. A 45-minute main event for these drivers right here, side by side. Oh! Your second place driver making a little bit of a mistake there, getting loose, drop back to the 4th place spot. Kevin Pignotti out front right now with a fairly comfortable lead. Round to the front side, Graham Rastrick right there in the orange and white, trying to close up on your leader now. On to the right side of the track they go now. Pignotti very fast through the switchback sections, sweeping his way back around here. Rastrick in that second place spot. Barnabas Toth in the number 3 spot once again. Mark Fletcher in 4th. Your leaders onto the back side now. A little bit of a gap between second and third. Top 2 drivers trying to stretch it out a little bit. Pignotti out front. The team associated driver out of Italy. The hometown driver possibly using this hometown experience to his advantage here in Messina. There you look at the number 2 car. Graham Rastrick in that number 2 spot, chasing down Pignotti right now. Pignotti, your 2012 VRC World Champ, looking to do it again here in Messina. Down the backstretch they go right now. Pignotti with about a 0.3 of a second lead early on in this one, but we are only 9 laps into this one. Through the switchback sections once again, through the chicane. Oh, Rastrick clipping that inside curve just a little bit. Down the backstretch they go now. Top 2 drivers start to stretch it out just a little bit now on Barnabas Toth in the number 3 spot. Barnabas going to be about 1 second back. You can see the battle there between Toth and Fletcher. Oh, and your second place driver making a mistake there. Rastrick making a mistake, dropping back just a little bit from Pignotti. Pignotti crossed the line on that one. Going to be 0.5 of a second ahead now, and he's got company coming up behind him. Barnabas Toth trying to close the gap up on Rastrick. Barnabas Toth, there you see him working his way through lap traffic down the backstretch. Coming back around to the front side now. Barnabas Toth out of Hungary, the 15-year-old driver. The orange and a white machine. He's got Mark Fletcher from the UK behind him in the number 4 spot. Ben Lehman out of Germany in that number 5 spot. Kevin Pignotti out front right now. Absolutely dominating here in this one early on. Can he hold on to it, though? A lot of racing left to go for your leader. As you can see there, Barnabas Toth trying to close the gap up on Rastrick. Rastrick looking strong in qualifying. Qualifying that number 2 spot behind Pignotti. Kevin Pignotti now your leader with about a 0.9 of a second lead. Mark Fletcher sitting in the number 4 spot, the UK driver. Qualified number 4 spot. He's sitting in number 4 right now. Chasing down Barnabas Toth. As you can see, these drivers sweeping. Oh! Making a mistake there. A huge mistake for Mark Fletcher. Getting a little too wide, coming on to the right side there. Fletcher going to be dropping back now. Didn't lose a position, but still lost some valuable time to our 3rd place driver, Barnabas Toth. Rastrick still in the number 2 spot. Pignotti out front leading this one. Fletcher trying to make up lost time after that one. Back to your leader now. 17 laps in the book for Kevin Pignotti. Out front. Working his way around to the front side of the track. Right now he's got a 1 second lead on Rastrick. Pignotti. Also your 2013 Mod Touring Italian National Champion. The young driver out of Italy. Got skills on the... Oh! And Rastrick in that number 2 spot making a mistake. As we were saying, though, your leader, he's got skills here on VRC Pro and in real life. There you can see your top 3 drivers all right there together through the switchback sections. Graham Rastrick. Oh, another mistake for Rastrick. Rastrick getting a little loose coming into the switchback sections. 5 minutes, 40 seconds down here in this one. Barnabas Toth charging hard down the orange and white. Barnabas looking for that inside line. Couple car lengths between them now. On to the right side of the track. Barnabas to the inside. Rastrick takes back over that second place spot. Down the back stretch, onto the left-hand side they go. Barnabas got the inside. Back up into the second place spot. Rastrick takes it back now. These two drivers going back and forth. Meanwhile, as they're battling out, Pignotti trying to check out. These two drivers are wheel to wheel down the back stretch. They go. Oh, Rastrick goes wide. Barnabas Toth up into that second place spot now. Barnabas in for fuel. Making a pit stop at the 6:14 mark. Rastrick working his way around. Barnabas Toth now back onto the track. We'll see where everything ends up after the pit stops. Here comes Rastrick. Rastrick going on by once again. Rastrick out of the UK as well in that orange and white car. Down the backstretch he goes. And Kevin Pignotti making a pit stop on that last one. So right now Rastrick is your leader, but he has not pitted yet. And here he comes, in for fuel now. Kevin Pignotti now taking that lead back over there. You see Rastrick still in the pits. Pignotti now going to be your leader. It's going to be close between Barnabas Toth and Graham Rastrick for the number 2 and 3 spot. Barnabas Toth there up into second now. Rastrick in third. Rastrick going to be 1.3 seconds back from Toth. Toth going to be 1.2 seconds back from Pignotti. So Rastrick losing some time on the pit stop. There's Mark Fletcher, your 4th place driver right now. Mark Fletcher going to be 4 seconds back from Rastrick. "26 minutes in now. And Kevin Pignotti still out front leading this one right now. He's gapped the field just a little bit as we work our way around here. Rastrick now going to be 7.5 seconds back from Pignotti. Barnabas Toth going to be sitting in that number 3 spot. Mark Fletcher in 4th. Benjamin Lehman in the number 5 spot. There you see Rastrick coming around now through the switchbacks on the left-hand side. Rastrick working his way through some lap traffic. Barnabas Toth sitting in 3rd, but Toth going to be a little ways back from him right now. Should be getting close to some pit stops as we work our way around. Rastrick on that left-hand side. We'll see if he's in for pit this time. And yes, he is. He's in the pits. Now, Barnabas Toth, your 3rd place driver. Trying to catch back up after some lost time. Mark Fletcher still in that number 4 spot. There's Graham Rastrick now out of the pits. As he comes around, cross the loop on that one, he's now going to be 13 seconds back from Pignotti. Pignotti with 102 laps in the book. Rastrick working his way around. Now we're looking at Benjamin Lehman. Lehman out of Germany. Running strong in the number 5 spot. Qualified in the number 6 spot. Chasing down your front runners right now. Lehman looking for Mark Fletcher. He's going to be 12 seconds back from him. There's Francis Wafflet. Wafflet out of Belgium. The blue and white. In the number 6 spot. He qualified 7th. Down the back straightaway he goes now. The blue and white machine. And now back to your leader, Kevin Pignotti. The blue, yellow, and white team associated driver. Putting his real-life skills to the test here. The VRC Pro Simulator. Looking for another VRC World title. As he's laying it down right now. Pignotti with a near flawless run onto the right-hand side of the track he goes. You can see your second place driver, Graham Rastrick, going to be 13.3 seconds back. Nearly an entire lap behind Pignotti now. Pignotti trying to put a lap on the field. Rastrick there on the orange car down the backstretch. Working his way around the loop now. So Pignotti with a comfortable lead at the 28-minute mark. A lot of time left to go for these drivers. 108 laps in the books. Barnabas Toth still sitting in the number 3 spot. Mark Fletcher in 4th, and Benjamin Lehman in that number 5 spot. There's Graham Rastrick, your number 2 driver right now. He qualified in that number 2 spot after a long week of qualifying, and he's sitting in number 2 right now here in the A final. He's going to be 13.7 seconds back now from your leader, Pignotti. There's Barnabas Toth, your 3rd place driver. Barnabas working his way around. Top 3 drivers spreading out just a little bit now, as Toth is going to be 9.4 seconds back from that 2nd place driver. The UK Mark Fletcher in the number 4 spot. Lehman in number 5. Oh, and a huge mistake there from Mark Fletcher. Having to get turn marshaled on the right-hand side of the track. So Ben Lehman in the number 5 spot. He was 12 seconds back from him. He may be able to make up some time now. Mark Fletcher catching that inside curb through the chicane. Had to have a turn marshal. Lehman now going to only be 9.7 seconds back from Fletcher. Back up to the front of the field now, 30 minutes in, Kevin Pignotti. What else is there to say other than this kid is on fire? Jumping to the 41-minute mark, Kevin Pignotti, 154 laps in the book, and wouldn't you know it, he is still out front. Pignotti in the blue, yellow, and white associated car into the center section of the track, onto that far right side now, coming down the backstretch. Rastrick in the number 2 spot, Barnabas Toth in 3rd. Fletcher and Lehman still your top 5. So the order has stayed about the same here in the last 10 to 15 minutes. Pignotti worked his way through lap traffic right now. He has got an entire lap on the field. So Pignotti on a glory cruise here, looking for another World Championship win. Here's our 2nd place driver, Graham Rastrick. Rastrick right now and Barnabas Toth separated by 2.9 seconds. So that's going to be one of the closest battles on the track right now. Rastrick in the orange and white there. You see him coming down the backstretch. Rastrick on the gas through the switchbacks, back around to the front side of the track in front of the driver's stand. Barnabas Toth now going to be 2.8 seconds back. So that last lap, Barnabas Toth closed in about 1/10 of a second. Doesn't sound like much, but I tell you what, in Nitro Sedan racing, that's plenty. Barnabas Toth trying to lay it down right now. There's Mark. Oh, Mark Fletcher hitting the back wall. Fletcher able to save it, though, through the switchback section, back around the front side. Fletcher in that number 4 spot, chasing down Barnabas Toth. They are roughly a lap apart right now. So Mark Fletcher holding strong in 4th out of the UK. Kevin Pignotti, the Italian, still out front. Pignotti there in for fuel. 161 laps in the books. And in and out, a good pit stop there for Pignotti. Graham Rastrick still in that 2nd place spot. Barnabas Toth going to be 2 seconds behind him in the number 3 spot right now. This race is winding down. Your full running order right now going to be Kevin Pignotti out front, Graham Rastrick in the number 2 spot, Barnabas Toth in that number 3 spot, Ben Lehman in 4th, Mark Fletcher in 5th, Wathlet, Baroxai, and Groff rounding out your field here in this one. Here's Toth in that number 3 spot right now, trying to close the gap on Rastrick. Timing scoring showing him going to be 6 seconds back now from Rastrick. Rastrick, I believe, still has to make a pit stop. We'll wait and see here. Kevin Pignotti, the man of the hour here in this one. He had some competition at the start of this race, and then he slowly gapped the field. Now he is over a lap ahead of the entire field right now. looking for a possible VRC World Championship win here in Nitro Sedan. Graham Rastrick in that number 2 spot, working his way around. Barnabas Toth down the back straight now. So as you can see, Rastrick and Toth, number 2 and 3, 5 seconds apart now. Time is winding down here for these drivers as 20 seconds remain on the clock. Kevin Pignotti. An absolutely flawless run here for the young driver. Cross the loop one final time. 10 seconds left on the clock. Pignotti right here in his home country. Coming around one final time down the back straightaway. Ladies and gentlemen, your VRC Pro Nitro Sedan World Champion, Kevin Pignotti. Here you see Graham Rastrick coming around for that number 2 spot. Barnabas Toth rounding out the top 3. That is your 2013 VRC 10-scale Nitro Sedan World Championship.